Welcome to Gaming Daddies, the podcast where fatherhood meets the digital grind. I'm Chris, one of your three gaming daddies, and each week the three of us sit down to talk about the games we're playing, how we balance gaming with family life, and the big conversations happening in the gaming world. Today we are talking about our spring break games and some news in the gaming market, including Crimson Desert, as well as some new updates from Xbox CEO Asha Sharma. Could this be enough to bring back some Xbox players and pick up some new ones along the way? So grab your controller or maybe just your one free hour of peace and quiet, and let's press start. So the dynamic duo returns yet again. All hail.
One day Jay will join us again.
Well, one day, but hey, he is here in spirit. The duck abides. Okay, the duck abides. So hopefully Jay is doing really well, enjoying his spring break with his family, taking care of all the business and things. Speaking of life, how is life going in the Tedder household? I felt like it's been ages since I've seen y'all.
Yeah. Well, you say that as you just saw us on Friday.
That's these are the jokes. These are the jokes.
Anyway, yeah, it's been okay. It's Ronan's dealing with teething and going through 18-month-old problems, so lots of fussiness, lots of crying, not a lot of soothing, so honestly, to the point now that I don't know what else to do to help him. I need you to talk now so you can tell me what's up.
Yeah, that's it's one of the joys. Noah just went through a period of that where he would be fussy almost all the time, and nothing would quell the beasts, nothing would soothe him. He would try and try and try, but it's just constant. Luckily, I think we're in a lull period with that. So gonna enjoy that while it lasts because I'm sure it will kick up again. So y'all doing anything outside of fussies, anything you guys got going on in the Tedder household?
So this week was definitely a staycation for us. Ronan went to daycare the last 3 days.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of game time in. We got a lot of cleaning in. We got a lot of, random little odds and ends that you can't really do with him around.
Sure.
So we got a lot of that stuff taken care of. But his daycare's closed the next 2 days. So we're going to go to the zoo. And then Friday we have our big 18-month check-in with the doctor. And then away we go. That's our spring break. So
Cool.
What about
Cool.
you?
It's been pretty uneventful. I've been pretty busy. Nicole works throughout the week, so I've had the opportunity to hang out with the little lad and really get some good time with him. Monday, I took him to the sitter just because I needed to go to the office to go see if they actually mop my floor so I can make my set again, but of course that is not done. And so I got a couple of things done there, and then I had my annual eye checkup appointment later on that afternoon, and then I did some running around at Walmart. So really just kind of used that time he was with the sitter to kind of take care of some stuff that would otherwise prove pretty challenging with him. Not that he's an issue or anything like that, but so was busy with that. We went through this thing with Ty this past week. We had to, I had to drive him to Shreveport to the emergency vet, but the TLDR of all that stuff is he had some nasty stuff going on with him. It stemmed from just eating something in the backyard he shouldn't have, and but luckily we were able to intervene as soon as we could and get him on meds and antibiotics, and he's chipper than ever. He's back to his old self, doing all the old things he used to do. So just finishing out some antibiotics and we're good to go, honestly. And other than that, though, just been catching up on some cleaning in the house, getting some game time in, and just trying to relax, man. Just trying to just enjoy it, sleep in a little bit more, just to kind of, turn off and reset, reboot type thing. Some of our mutual friends are coming in tomorrow night because they had a family thing, and so they're coming in tomorrow night to stay, and then leaving the next morning. And then I have my brother and sister-in-law and their family coming in Friday evening-ish. and heading out Saturday afternoon, and so we get to have a little bit of family time with them and catch up, and they get to finally meet Noah, and then we have Sunday morning service at church, and that's pretty well lit. That is the spring break in a nutshell, just maxing and relaxing, intentional staycation. So
Yeah.
no zoo visits for us just yet. But the grandparents are currently in Arlington, and they called us earlier, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna go by IKEA. Do you want us to pick up the crib that you want to get?" I'm like, "Oh, sure." So Nicole is currently shopping around on IKEA and getting that order ready so they can pick it up and bring it back to us. So pretty exciting about that. That
Yeah.
means one less trip to IKEA for us, which is a shame because I like IKEA a lot. Hot take, not a big fan of their Swedish meatballs, but I do like the store. The store's pretty nice. And that's one less Bucky's visit. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, there it is. Spring break often finds at least you and I in our profession a week off to kind of recharge and to kind of chill out and just kind of reboot. And that for us nerds, it provides us time to catch up on gaming. So, have you had? You said you had some time to get some quality game time in. What did that look like for you so far?
So, I mean, obviously, I had to jump in the new season of Diablo, so I leveled my character all the way up. And man, this season has so many bugs in it. Like, it's not worth really playing. It's very frustrating to begin with, and then I finally got going, and I was like, okay, this is fun, this is fun. And then I get to the end game, and grinding for your gear is impossible again, just like it was at the very beginning of Diablo. I get it. A lot of people don't want this to be, hey, everybody gets the uniques, everybody gets the rare legendaries, but there's got to be a happy medium where casual gamers can actually get some of this stuff. Otherwise, I mean, if you're catering to the people that play for 12 hours a day, then you're in the wrong audience market. And those are the people they keep asking opinions of. And so, um, anyway, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
so post game is not as fun as it was in season 11, but
Mhm.
hopefully they'll fix that. I did see that they were doing a whole bunch of fixes and patches, so maybe I'll go read that and see, and then jump back in. But anyway, yeah. So I finished Dragon Quest VII Reimagined.
Oh.
However, the way the game works, I finished the game and I looked at my trophy list and it said you're 55% of the way done with the trophies, and I was like, huh? And so, going back in, there's a lot of optional content. So, like, you don't have to do all the islands, you don't have to do all the side quests. And so, I'm kind of going. I went back in today. Like, I was done at like 10 o'clock this morning, and I rolled credits, and I was like, okay, let's see if I can clean up some of this. And I spent literally the next 6 hours trying to clean up the quest, and I have one more quest, and then I have impossible bosses at the end that everything I looked at online was like, don't even worry about game settings. Story mode doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if you're maxed out, max stats, level 99. It's still going to be a challenging fight. And I'm like, then what's the point? Like, I just, if I choose story mode, that should override the fact that you have this impossible boss that you want 5% of the world to be able to do. Like, this is not Elden Ring. I'm sorry. Nobody bought this game for it to be Elden Ring.
Kind of harkens back to
So,
the ultimate weapons or the weapons in Final Fantasy VII, huh? You got 20 minutes to beat Emerald Weapon. Don't worry about
oh, well, that was fine. I was able to do that. So,
it.
but and maybe
But,
it's because I cared more. I don't know, or maybe I just figured it out better, or it's because I had my max settings when I was able to beat them in like 2 minutes. But I do remember beating that freaking basilisk, and like I had to go level up my Fyra to make sure everybody could do the higher level Fyra so that
yeah,
they could actually beat the thing.
good times, good times. So, optional content aside, what would your rating be on Dragon Quest VII? Was this something you would recommend to other people?
Yeah, I enjoyed the first 20 hours. It was the next 30 hours that I felt like was a drag. When you feel like they pulled the Zelda thing where you beat the game once and then they go, oh, by the way, we're going to have you revisit all the islands so that you can free all 7 princesses. And that's when it lost me. I was like, okay. And then so going back through the entire world and doing all this stuff again. And then they pulled the whole with a twist. And I saw the twist coming a mile away. And then you had to grind for the end of the twist. It was just the last 30 hours were kind of not as much fun as the first 20.
I got you. I got you. So would you recommend this to anybody picking it up?
Yeah, I mean, it was still a good game. I would probably give it a 7.
Hmm. For Dragon Quest Seven. Hmm.
That's it. Yep.
Yep, there you go. There you go. A 7 out of Dragon Quest Seven. Fun.
Yep.
Is that all you've been playing? Is just trying to finish out Dragon Quest, or did you hop on it?
That and Diablo. Those are the two
Yeah,
things that I've been playing.
yeah. Okay.
Then I've at night I've read some manga or watched anime.
Fun. Any recommendations for current manga or anime that you're deep diving into?
There's one that I've got right now that's got a lot of chapters. It's called Destiny Unchained. Hold on.
I'm not educated or well versed in this is not my medium.
Well, they also Destiny Unchained Online. It's an isekai, obviously, because that's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets put into video game, and it's a VR game, and he's playing through his character. And I mean, it's very much a VR MMO, except he's stuck in the game while everybody else around him logs off to do life and IRL stuff, and he can't log off.
Rip.
So, exactly.
Interesting. Might have to. I don't know. One day I might finally get into the manga and anime of it all and just kind of see. Well, sounds like you've had productive gaming time. Yeah, I haven't jumped on Diablo in a while, or at least since the last time you and I were power leveling things and all that. So season 11, I guess. So and actually it's not for lack of trying. I do really enjoy Diablo 4, and I do need to go and play through Vessel of Hatred so I can get ready for Lord of Hatred this next month. It's launching at the end of April, so I should probably get in there and get done with that. However, I did see on Riker, which if you guys in the community are looking for someone who does a lot of Diablo content or action RPG type content like PoE and things like that, Path of Exile, then Riker is a good channel to go and watch. I did see that its latest video was talking about how they have big changes coming and big fixes coming for season 12, as well as some good news for Lord of Hatred drop and things that they're trying to improve, that they're actively trying to improve. So it sounds like developers are trying to sustain the life of this title for a while to come. So that sounds promising. I have no dog in this fight because I haven't played season 12 yet, so I have no experience with the bugs or anything like that. So outside of that, though, last Tuesday my wife went and bought a Nintendo Switch 2. So we are a Switch 2 household now, and it's pretty exciting. She got the Mario Kart World bundle. So got everything switched over, and we still have the OG Switch, which is exciting too. So Mario Kart World is like the only Switch 2 game that we have for that, and I've started playing through it, and I've done a couple of cups in the Grand Prix, and I've done 2 rounds on knockouts, and dude, this game's hard. This game's kind of hard. The Grand Prix stuff, I only got 2 stars on the first cup, but 3 stars on the second one. But on the knockouts one, man, I've finished 4th both times. And the second time through the knockout tour, on the first cup anyway, or on the first tour, I was in first for like 99% of that. And then the last 10 seconds, I got beefed down to 4th. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I got bodied. So it's like, it's kind of like hard now. So I'm very much looking forward to the challenge of that. I started doing the free roam stuff, driving around the world, and that's I haven't quite figured that out yet. Like I've done a couple of things, like there's a couple of blue P-switch things that you can do. It's like little challenge things or challenge runs that you do, and like found some coins and found some new outfits and things like that. But like I don't really understand the free roam portion of that just yet. So I'll need more time with that. Admittedly, I've only had an opportunity to play for just a few hours since we got it last Tuesday, just being busy with life and things. So however, they just had a major system update with that console where you can go into the system settings and adjust it to where your OG Switch games will play in handheld, whatever the docked version of that was on the OG Switch. So whatever resolution it was, that's what it will run on the handheld on Switch 2. So
Mm-hmm.
which is nice. So I'm looking forward to that. And so with that being said, I haven't picked up Fire Red since it's been a couple weeks, I guess. But outside of that, a little bit of Fallout Shelter, a little bit of Fallout Shelter. Picked up my Wordle streak since I dropped it a week and a half ago. So it was bad times for me, but picked it back up. And then been catching up a lot of reading in my comic book backlog because I've got a literal stack of books that I'm behind on. So I got to get caught up on that and then get those filed away. Plan to go to today was new comic book day at our comic book store, so I went and picked up my pulls and had to get a new box because I'm sure once I get these other ones filed away that I'm not going to have enough rooms. Yeah. Side of that though, gaming wise, it's been kind of light so far. But now that I've gotten a lot of the housework and stuff done, I should be able to get some more time in. So I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to that. I mean, and Nicole's been playing a lot of Fallout 4. She gets really into that, so she's still plugging away and doing those things. But yeah, so that's been my gaming this spring break and my look ahead. So there we have it. All right, so we covered our spring break stuff. What are we getting into first? What do you want to talk about first? You want to get into some Crimson Desert news?
Yeah, let's jump in.
Let's jump into some Crimson Desert stuff. Community. So you heard about this game, Crimson Desert? It's kind of a big thing. It's kind of a big deal, actually.
Not really. Can you explain it to me?
Okay, so Crimson Desert is this new like fantasy action adventure. Is it an RPG? I don't know. Is it? It's like an action adventure. It's like, and I saw this and I was watching somebody's video who was playing it. It's like if Fallout, Skyrim, and Breath of the Wild combined together and did a fusion dance,
Mm-hmm.
you would get Crimson Desert. So this game is massive. Um, like IGN, like one of the reviewer for IGN put in like 80 hours on this game and is still not done. And like it's like there's no story to it apparently. Now I know nothing about it. I haven't played it.
Right.
But it's just this huge game that's like filled with things to do and has a unique combat system and it's super fantasy esque and like it just builds and builds the more you play it. Like it adds more and more to its play style and things like that. And so upon first launch, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like this game had a lot of, I don't know, would you say technical issues or a lot of like little complaints? And so it's, for what I know, it's released on everything except for Nintendo systems, but like it's PC, Xbox, PlayStation, all that stuff. But like it started out on Steam from like a 51% positive rating to it's skyrocketed up now to, as of today or yesterday, to very positive ratings on Steam. And so it's just a very interesting story with the launch of this particular game because there's lots of people that really enjoy it, seem to enjoy it, but there's lots of people that just get frustrated with it really easily. And it seems to all be for various reasons. Uh, some reviews, like IGN, gave it a 6 for what they have completed of it so far, and it holds currently a 78% on Metacritic. But again, very positive ratings on Steam. Thoughts on Crimson Desert?
Yeah, so I mean, I watched the IGN review, and the guy did eventually get up to 130 hours, according to the YouTube review. Um, yeah, a couple of things that kind of struck me watching that is I feel like this is going to be the No Man's Sky. I think there's a lot of potential for this game,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think everything was fully flushed out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like this game is going to go up to an 8 or a 9 in a
Mm-hmm.
year.
Yeah.
But it's just not in they don't have an identity for the game yet. And so
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, it's not completed.
Yeah. So, and I think Pearl Abyss has been like really transparent with that. Like they're aware of issues and they're constantly trying to release updates and things to try to fix things and technical issues and bugs and things like that. I think as I was listening to Game Scoop this past week or trying to catch up on it, like when they got the review keys for this, like a week or two prior to launch, like they already had like 3 or 4 major updates to the game as they were playing it. So but they're constantly trying to tweak everything and try to make it a better experience. So I actually agree with you. Like I do think that this will be like the No Man's Sky uh part two, and like it's gonna over time it's gonna become a better game, but it's not released. If we're reading the room and kind of reading the tea leaves here, it's not released in the most desired state that they obviously wanted it to be in.
Yeah.
So but from content creators that I follow that are playing this game, like the they really enjoy it. Like the combat system is like it's not complicated because the development cycle of this game, it started as an MMO. Like started as an MMO prequel to Black Desert Online, and then at some point along the way, it shifted into a single player story open world game. And so apparently it has a lot of the MMO tropes that you would find. So the combat system isn't really like necessarily, I guess, difficult per se, or it becomes complex or something like that. It keeps adding things along the way, and there are people that have said like, I've been playing this game for 60 or 70 hours and I haven't seen one magic spell at all. And then like, that's stuff that they don't see until much, much further along into the game. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's like the game doesn't stop evolving within the first 10, 15, 30, 40 hours. It's one of those things that I guess it just keeps opening up more and more.
Yeah.
And it's like the breath of the wild of it. It's like there's everything to do around every corner. It's like it's always keeping you busy and always giving you things to do.
Yeah, I mean, and it looks like there's a lot of stuff to do. And so, just like you get with Zelda, you get the puzzles, you get the travel, you get the combat, you get the, you know, all the different versions of video games shoved into one video game. And so, that loss of identity also kind of adds to that. Do we do anything well? And
Mhm.
I don't think it's there yet. I think in that lost identity, what is this? I mean, you talked about it being an RPG. I don't think it's an RPG. I think it would be more of an action adventure just because there's no leveling. There's no you're not leveling up your equipment, you're not leveling up your character. It's very much a you switch out your gear, and your gear doesn't really scale with you. So it's
That's
you button smash, you fight enemies, and then you go to the next area, you find stuff, you platform on stuff, and then you fight more enemies. So um, I don't think that's an RPG element. You also can't choose to be different. Like you're always going to be a sword wielder. So it's not like one playthrough you could be a magician, and then the next playthrough, or a sorcerer, and the next playthrough you're a thief, and the next playthrough you're a soldier. Like you're gonna play the same character no matter what gameplay you play. So everybody plays the exact same character. So
well,
I mean, I definitely would not call this an RPG.
yeah. Well, interesting times ahead for Crimson Desert, so we'll have to see that where it goes from here. But there's definitely some divide. I mean, there's people that absolutely loathe this game, and some that really enjoy it. So I guess it's one of those you really got to play it to figure out where you land in it. And so I think this segues into another topic, Starfield, and the recent Starfield news.
Yeah, so Starfield looks like they have this huge update basically to address a lot of the issues that people have already been complaining about.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, which is, number one, there's a way to actually travel between planets as opposed to it just being a
Mm-hmm.
string kind of spaceship jump to the next planet. Like you do get to fly around a little bit, but now you can seamlessly fly from planet to planet. So you can just basically get lost in space. It also adds some things like you get your own home base space station.
Mm-hmm.
You get some stuff for your outpost. You get a moon jumper to be able to drive around in on. the planets as opposed to having to run around, which is nice. And then you get more members to recruit, as well as some new crafting system changes. So I don't know yet whether there's new storyline modes or if they're just going to bundle it with the expansion, the Terran Armada. Um, but if they do add more story elements, I hope that they do make the world a little bit more lived in as opposed to so empty.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we'll see. What do you think?
Yeah, so I actually watched the PlayStation Access interview with one of the developers or the lead developer for
Mm-hmm.
Starfield this morning, and I had seen an article or two online covering this very thing over the past several days. And yeah, so there's with the launch of Starfield coming to PS5, they decided to do this major overhaul update with this, and I think this will be put together with that Terran Armada DLC, if that's what that is. But I think this is a major win for this particular game because this game, when it launched, and you know, it was we held it up to such high expectations of it's a Bethesda game. Bethesda never misses, pretty much, and it missed. It swung and missed. So it was very empty. And I agree with all those criticisms of the game. You're selling this as a big focal point of traveling between worlds in space, yet you can't travel in space other than what you do in orbit, like around the area that you've traveled to, if that makes sense. So being able to pilot your ship in actual space and say, hey, there's a planet, 10 light years away or however far away, I can actually just zoomy zoom on my way over there and not have to like slipstream travel to that spot and
Mm-hmm.
pilot around in orbit. That's a major win already because that's like, oh, this is like the game I was promised at launch instead of, what we got. And being able to have more people to hire for your squad is that's a big plus too. So that signals to me that this war is going to be a little bit more lived in than what it was before. And it's not just like driving around in an empty void of space. There's actually a lot of things that they're going to have for you to be able to go and see and explore and kind of get lost in and go and treasure hunt around or whatever and kind of find your own little side adventures. um I really do hope that they can make the worlds a little more lived in. I felt the NPCs, like you were saying, were a little lacking. So hopefully we have some more population there. Um, yeah, just the overall gameplay, I think, is just going to be a whole lot better. I think this is like we were just talking about No Man's Sky with Crimson Desert.
Mm-hmm.
We hope we get that treatment for it. I think this is what's happening with Starfield as well.
Yeah.
As someone who wasn't, disappointed with the game's launch, when I played it for, X amount of hours when it first released, I couldn't help, I can't deny but feel like, I felt like this could have been so much more. So not as a major detractor from the game, I'm very much excited for
Mm-hmm.
the updates that they have coming. So I am very much looking forward to it. And if it's on Game Pass, then I'm probably going to go ahead and download it again when that update releases and give it another go for sure.
Yep. I probably will not.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't think there's enough in there to make me want to jump back in and go through a second playthrough. I mean, this is not groundbreaking. This is if I had not played the game before, I would be interested in seeing what it looks like, or if it was a situation where it was a cyberpunk where it completely changed the way the game played, then I would consider it. But anyway,
Yeah.
I got my fun 20 to 40 hours in. I think might have done 60, but
Yeah, I was nowhere near any of that. I've probably been like 5 or 6.
Say hi, Godfather Uncle Jarrett.
hi.
We're in the phase of doing this number a lot.
Yep, that phase never goes away.
And that's fun when you're feeding him mashed up chicken noodle soup
Yep.
because you end up wearing it. So that sounds just as delightful as ever. So there's your Crimson Desert and Starfield news. What else is on the docket? We're doing so good. We're getting some meaty things.
Well, I mean, let's talk about Xbox. So
Ooh.
we know that everybody was very disappointed in our wee hours of starting Gaming Daddies because we had the unfortunate task of announcing that I'm getting off of Game Pass because it costs too much money. But it does look like the new CEO of Xbox is aware of that, and I guess there was enough people that jumped ship that they said we should probably do something different. So I know there were a lot of red flags when the new CEO jumped on, and everybody was like, "Oh, well, there goes Xbox. No more Xbox for everybody. Might as well just go ahead and put everything up and get rid of all your stock." But I mean, it seems like she actually cares about making Microsoft a better company. And one of those things includes now it doesn't say price break or price drop, but it does talk about adding some features to make Game Pass Ultimate worth it, including potentially adding a Netflix subscription, which, I mean, if you don't know Netflix subscription already, that's another $20. So, I mean, if I can keep $30, get my Game Pass and get Netflix, I'm willing to come back. And then they also added some other tiers. I mean, right now they have 3 tiers, and so you've got the base tier, which is called
Essential.
It's called Essential, and you get 50 plus games, and all of these, by the way, are on PC, console, and cloud. And that one's $10 a month, but really you don't get a whole lot of games. I mean, it's very base level games. It's not a whole lot of anything just phenomenal. Then you've got Premium, which jumps up a lot. It gives you 200 plus games. It gives you the new games that were published within a year, meaning that you actually get some new Xbox games, and then everything else that you get with the Essential tier. And then you've got the Ultimate tier. Sorry, the Premium tier is $15 a month, which I know a lot of people drop down to. But that's how much we were paying for Ultimate. I mean, so you're telling me that now I lose a lot of access. Anyway, so you jump up to Ultimate. Now you got 400 plus games, which, granted, a lot of those games are trash. They're not worth playing. But you do get all the day one games. You get all the Ubisoft and EA Play games. You get, all the other new published within a year games, as well as all the Essential games. And just like everything else, it's all on PC, console, and cloud. And as somebody that just now got into the PC market, some of these games I could see myself jumping in and playing on PC, whereas before, probably wouldn't have. So,
Yeah.
they are going to add, if they'll add another tier, like let's say they make it, do a $20 game Ultimate tier, and then the $30 tier is Netflix. Okay, I think I would probably go for the $30 tier just to get Netflix. I mean, $10 a month to add Netflix to my account, plus get everything previously I was getting for $20 a month on Game Pass. I'll take it. You still both win. You get more subscribers to Netflix. You get more people back into Game Pass. So, I mean, I think it's a win-win. But
Yeah. So I don't. And I just watched that section of the interview before we started recording, and so it sounds like she is saying all the things that we want to hear when it comes to this particular subscription service. It just becomes a matter of what's the value proposition here. As someone who's currently subscribed to the Ultimate tier of this thing, I can say that it basically splits between 15 and 15 because Nicole games on her Xbox primarily. And so she has it on the Xbox, but I also have it on the PC because that's one of my gaming platforms. So the value engine for me is there because I can play games on my PC through Game Pass Ultimate and I don't have to go and buy them. And so I can just play them, hang on to them, or go through them, filter them out that way. And so that's fine. And at that point, just like with any other subscription service, regardless of the price, it's how often are you using it and what all are you actually getting with it. Of course, the supreme tier, whatever that is for X subscription service, is the one that they want you to get, and that's where you're going to get your most, well, okay, I say you get your most value, but again, it just comes down to user time. I think that's fine. If we're talking about integrating Netflix into this thing, then you're kind of opening it up a little bit more. You're making it more appeasing. Are you keeping the same $30 model for the Ultimate and are you just changing what's offered? So if you want to draw more people back to your services, then I don't think you mess with the prices, right? So for the ultimate subscription, keep it at 30, include Netflix, but keep the gaming option, the gaming library, the same. So just insert Netflix into it all. Then when you get to the $15 one, you don't get Netflix. Then you're just down to your 200. Or maybe you say at the $15 premium level, you get 500 games. So you take the current ultimate model and apply it to the $15 a month, and then or make it 20 if Netflix is like $10 a month or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then for the ultimate, you can justify that $30 price point and have $10 of that, say that's for your Netflix subscription, and then you get your 500 and all that stuff, and then just bump up the premium $5, but you're getting the benefits of the old ultimate, and then for $10 you can keep the essentials package probably, and just keep it like that. I think that's how you win here. Now I do know that Netflix has probably two different tiers, like one with ads, one without ads. But honestly, I mean, I don't care about ads enough to pay the extra what is it? Probably $5 extra to get rid of ads for that. So I mean, I think there's potential here if the price points don't change. Except for premium, bump up premium $5, but give it the old ultimate. What you call it? The old ultimate offerings. So
Right.
I think that's how you win. I think that's the solution. I think that makes sense to me as a consumer. Then $30 doesn't sting as much. Paying 30 for this and then 10 for 10 extra for the Netflix subscription. You're probably going to reach a lot more people that way. Probably a lot more family homes too, especially. Like for us, that would probably make us consider, hey, let's drop the Netflix subscription since we already get it through Ultimate, and then we're saving that extra $10 like you were just talking about.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and this is kind of where you're talking about, like if you drop it down to 15, a standard Netflix account is around $18 a month.
Oh.
So, well, that's ad free. You can get ad supported, which who wants Netflix with ads? Nobody. $8 a month. Okay. I mean, you're talking about if they would have to go ad free with this. They can't do this and have the $8 a month version and be like, hey, we're offering you a deal. And then it's like, no, you're not. You're not giving me anything. A lot of people that have this subscription are going to already have Netflix, so you have to make it worth their while to drop a Netflix subscription in order to get the Game Pass subscription. Or if they want to keep their Netflix subscription and just add Xbox Game Pass, then you have to make a way for them to do that. So I think they have to bump down the Ultimate without Netflix to a different price point. It's either going to have to be, if Ultimate truly is you get everything plus Netflix, then they're going to have to drop down a game only version down to $5-10 cheaper. It's got to be $20 to $25. And if they keep the $15 plan as is, there's got to be some substantial way to do that. If they just do, and then if they turn around and say, hey, $15 for the video game access, $30 to get Netflix added, I mean, now it's not really worth it. I'll just go ahead and get for $2, and yeah, you can nickel and dime this and be like, well, you saved $2 by bundling. Yeah, but most people aren't that smart. I mean, you have to really make it worth it. So I think keep the price points at a $20, $25 Game Pass Ultimate that's just video game versions, and then keep the $30. $30 needs to be the max. They don't need to push past $30. But add in your Netflix. But man, when you start going down these subscriptions, I mean, now you're jumping down a whole different rabbit hole.
Yeah, so obviously they didn't have any details, and that's just something that's goal oriented for her to work for the company, because she's wanting to rebuild that player base, because let's be honest, Xbox isn't in the best situation right now with their player base and all that. So there is potential here if it's done correctly. So the next question becomes, will her dream subscription plans put that in competition with PlayStation at all and what they have?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at, well, number one, did you see the PlayStation news where the PSN is technically going away, but it doesn't really affect anything. It's just the way it was termed. It's kind of like when Xbox Live went away. There's
Mhm.
didn't really affect anything Xbox was doing. It's just terminology and paperwork. It's kind of like when you make a when you have to go in and do all this voting to change the terminology in in the documentation. Like, it doesn't really change anything. It just makes the words correct.
Yeah,
So, um, yeah. So, I mean, right now, PlayStation Plus, even Ultimate PlayStation Plus, is like $18 a month.
that's crazy.
So, I mean, and I pay yearly. I pay like $150 a year, $170 a year for the Ultimate PlayStation. So, like, I mean, compare that to the Xbox to do that for an entire year. I mean, you're talking about twice that amount. So,
It's
I mean,
nuts, and I don't even with because I mean, like looking at the premium, like it's $18 a month per month. You
mhm,
know what I mean? It's $18 per month. Like that's crazy town. Like, and you get all the classics catalog. You get game trials, cloud streaming, Ubisoft
mhm.
classics, multiplayer, share play, blah 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 blah. All the list goes on. That is value on the dollar, and they don't have to add Netflix into that. But like even if she does go through with this and and doesn't find a way to include Netflix into this thing, is it really going to be on a competitive level with what PlayStation's already offering? I
Well,
don't know if I see it.
and that's the whole argument is PlayStation offers a whole lot, but they don't give you day one stuff. And Xbox's whole thing is they've got all these day one games. They've got all these things that you can get, but you have to get Ultimate to be able to do day one games. So
That so even day one, it's not strong enough to support the ultimate subscription on its own. Like the promise of day one stuff isn't enough, or the stuff that has been releasing day one is happening way too far in between. Like there's too much gap time between day one releases of things,
mhm.
or the titles that are day one on Game Pass are just not really worth it. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this
Well,
is like a
in
patchwork solution or not.
yeah. Well, and the difference between subscriptions, I mean, with $15 a month, you're talking about easily $180 a year. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
how many of those day one games can you buy and own
Just
for
outright.
$180? I
Exactly.
mean, that's at least 3 games. If you don't get cheaper $50 games, $40 games in there, I mean, if you're just talking about $70 games, you're talking about three of those games, which really, realistically, of the day one games, I could name one or two that I would want. So,
Exactly. That's the whole point. Is like day one. The day one promise hasn't really been lived up to. So
yeah.
it's not maintaining your player base. So really, is Netflix going to fix that?
I
I
think
don't.
there's strong incentive, but I don't think Netflix by itself is going to add people. There's got to be a give and take there. We'll see. Now, if they throw in the 4K $25 version, okay, now we're talking.
I don't know. I don't want to like write it off because we don't know what it is, right? We don't know the
Right.
details, obviously, but I think there is potential here if she can market it and make it stand against what what PlayStation's currently offering and what they have been
Mhm.
offering for so long. I think
Yeah.
that's the way to do it. So it'll be something interesting to follow amongst several things that her and her, as a new CEO. I'm sure that's going to be fun times to keep going there. Anything else on the Game Pass discussion here? Is there anything
No, I think that
else
pretty well covers it. I mean,
our CEO
good
and
things to look forward to.
yeah,
Hopefully, that means a lot of good things coming out. I know she talked a lot about Xbox's future. Um, and so I'm excited to see that. I don't want Xbox to go away. I'm still a diehard Xbox fan. It's just PlayStation offers more for what it's giving in this current season, and I think that just makes me enjoy PlayStation more. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm not an Xbox primary console gamer by any means, but I think it's healthy if everybody's doing well, right? So hopefully the dark times are nearing its end, and hopefully she can steer the ship back and right the course and things like that. So especially with the announcement of Project Helix, soon your nerds gummy cluster bag over there will be an Xbox, and so.
yeah, but
Hopefully,
even Project Helix, man, I mean, we're talking about this is not going to be your average consumer device. This is going to be a
um,
$1,300 device.
it's probably just PC gaming at this point. Let's just be
That's
honest.
the only reason you're buying this is to be a PC gamer without buying a PC. I mean,
It'll be a story to follow. So there it is. There it is. What's next on the docket? This has been great. What do we got?
so we were talking about subscriptions earlier, so let's just talk about subscription services in general.
Okay.
So I did a rundown of all of the subscription services, and if you look at the average consumer, well, first off, let's break down the subscriptions into categories. So you've got your entertainment streaming services. So that's going to be your Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Paramount Plus, Peacock. Then you've got your music subscriptions. You've got Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, or YouTube Premium. Then you've got your gaming subscriptions, Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, Nintendo Switch Online, or EA Play / Ubisoft, or Ubisoft, however you want to pronounce that. Then you have your tech stuff, which I don't know why anybody would have most of these, except I do have to say I do have Dropbox. So there's like your iCloud, your Google ones, your Microsoft 365, and Dropbox. I'm guilty of Dropbox. Okay, now let's move on to shopping. There's Amazon Prime, there's Walmart Plus, there's Costco, there's Sam's Club. Your securities, okay, that's going to be your online security like a NordVPN or Norton 360. Then you've got your lifestyle subscriptions. You got your gym membership, your meal kits, your meditation apps, whatever you have on your phone. So just breaking those down, we're not even going to consider the financial apps or anything like that people have. So entertainment alone, typically people have approximately $100 worth of subscriptions across all those services.
Yep.
Okay, it's not unusual to have 3 or 4 of these, if not even more than that. Then you're talking about your music subscriptions typically have, 1 to 2 music apps. People typically have 2 to 3 tech or iCloud subscriptions, and then 1 to 2 memberships. I mean, you're talking about easily $150 to $300 a month on subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. And it's just like you can buy a subscription to anything anymore. I will say that through the strings of subscriptions that are offered now, I think companies are becoming wiser in how they market that stuff. As you see you're starting to see more of like these bundle subscription plans. And I think Disney does a really good job with this. Because they have the My Disney Plus bundle, which includes Disney Plus and Hulu and ESPN and that kind of stuff. And that's what we subscribe to because we use all of those services, and it's just cheaper than having those separate individual subscriptions as well. You have your gaming services, like we just talked about, Game Pass, and your PS Plus stuff. For your entertainment things, and then your Spotify's, your Apple Musics, and your YouTube Premiums and things like that. It's everywhere. But I will say that I think like they start to bundle it a little bit better, so it's a little more cost efficient for the regular consumer, because you want everybody to be able to have these things, right? And you don't want to close yourself off to a small minority of people who can actually afford all this stuff, right? So, like, for example, we have HBO Max only because it was offered through our cell company, through AT&T. So we have that through AT&T because we got phones with them or whatever, so that was included.
Right.
And then, like I said, with the My Disney Plus subscription plan and all that. But yeah, it's crazy town. It's crazy how much you can subscribe to and all the things, and it's just like, ooh, the new subscription thing. So and I gotta have it. I use it once a year, but I've got to have it. So I don't know. I think it's cool to have access to all these different types of things. But it's real easy to get caught up in it, especially when they do their initial like sign up for $1 type thing, and then
Oh yeah.
you forget to cancel it, or the old classic trap of, hey, here's YouTube Premium, try it for a month and see what you think. You can cancel before it renews again, and then you forget to cancel, and then you're out $15 for the next month. So I know that at least in our household, it comes down to, okay, do we actually use this crap? And if we do, is it justifiable for the cost? Like, is it enough, or do we just need to get rid of it? Because then we can allocate that to something else. You know what I mean? And I'm sure that's that way in your home too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, especially with Ronan when he was younger, shopping, we could not take him to the store. Now we can take him to the store and he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But just him being in the store, he would go berserk. And so we had to either go separately and do our shopping, or we couldn't do pickup because something happened. We had a credit card, or one of our debit cards was hacked. And so now we can't do Kroger pickup. And Walmart pickup would always be like, yeah, you got all this stuff and you got to pick it up. And it'd be like, just kidding. We didn't have any of that stuff. And so we substituted everything. Even though you said no substitutions, we went ahead and substituted it. We got you.
And that's
We knew what you really meant was substitute everything. Even though you clicked, don't substitute.
What you really meant was substitute, if possible.
I would like trolley gummy worms. Well, we have a deal for you. We got licorice.
What?
What?
That's
It's
crazy.
candy.
My God.
Substitution.
Yeah, and like some subscriptions are just wild to me that they even exist and for what they offer. Like, I get like how for a lot of people like Walmart pickup or like that kind of stuff. I guess if you're into that, cool. But for me, I'm super particular in what I shop for, and if I don't get the thing that I need to get, and you try to substitute that for me, I'm probably gonna throw it at you. You know what I mean? Like, um. Plus, I mean, I like being out and about. And I get it if you're not the social person or whatever. That's cool too. But like a big one is like Sam's. Sam's is a great membership thing to have, but it's one of those things like, okay, this can get really expensive really quick if you're not getting your value out of it really quick. So we make it a habit to, when we're breaking down shopping lists and whatever, we try to shop at Sam's when we can, and not just for the sake of saying, well, we have this membership, we need to go to Sam's. It's like, okay, we try to like save money where we can. Is it cheaper to buy this in bulk, or is it cheaper to get just what we need at Walmart? And a lot of times we can, not a lot of times, but for a lot of different things we can get from Sam's in bulk, and it's cheaper, but then we've already gotten the value out of our subscription for that. So that makes sense.
Well, or like Costco, we went with the premium Costco membership because we spend so much on diapers and wipes and all that stuff that the cash back on it pays for our subscription.
Yeah. See, that's amazing.
Yeah, but the deal there is we have to spend that money regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we weren't spending, at least $300 a month at Costco, then it wouldn't be worth it.
Right.
So you just have to. I mean, you have to sit down and decide these, financial decisions for yourself. What are you willing to do? What are you not willing to do? And then a lot of people that have subscription services, maybe you stay at home a lot more, which is fine if that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
But if you're going to get all these subscription services and never be at home to use them, or for the one day a week that you're at home to watch one episode of something, do you really need all those subscriptions? Could you rotate it? Could you do something else?
Mm-hmm.
And especially, I mean, all this stemmed from people not wanting to pay $100 a month for cable. Yet now they're paying $150 a month for 14 subscriptions. So
Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's crazy. So definitely something to think about as you are, figuring out what TV shows you're going to watch on your favorite, services providers or
mhm.
whatever. Um, but yeah, and that's something you might revisit. You might sit down with your partner or whoever, and just sit down or with yourself or whatever. Like every 6 months, like reevaluate. Okay, how often have I used this thing? Honestly, am I really gonna miss it? Like we have Amazon Prime because Nicole likes to shop on Amazon. I don't shop too much on Amazon, but like the 2 day shipping is worth it. And that covers it. That's completely cool.
As long as it actually gets there in 2 days.
I don't think we've ever had an issue with 2 days.
Oh my God.
Have y'all?
Oh yeah. We've
Really?
had issues with stuff getting shipped and completely lost. We've had stuff that's like guaranteed 2 days and it shows up 2 weeks later.
Interesting.
But we also live 20 minutes down from a fulfillment center too, so there's stuff that we'll order and we'll get it in 2 hours.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, I thought you were going to turn around and say, yeah, we live like 20 minutes away from the fulfillment center. We ordered this stuff and we don't get it, but for 2 weeks later.
Well, you also have to understand, not the fulfillment center is as wonderful as it is. They don't carry everything. So,
Sure.
I mean, but at the same time, you also have an Amazon guy driving by your house at 10:30 at night. I mean, it's crazy how late they work.
Oof.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
all that to be said, I think subscriptions are great, but at the same time, like, there's got to be a line somewhere. And I mean, if you can afford all of them, great, more power to you. I can't believe they're making all this money off subscription services. If only we had a subscription service such as Patreon. By the way, join Patreon. Join as little as $5 a month for a monthly subscription.
Let's be honest, you don't need that Costco subscription anymore.
No,
join
do
the
pay us
Patreon.
money.
that was a
See our
perfect
mics.
segue.
Look at our video camera. I mean, look how bad this quality
Jeez.
is.
Now look at it's red. It's red.
Do you want to see Chris in higher pixelation than 480? You need to buy him a new camera. Are you tired of his grainy picture quality? So am I.
That's incredible. That was awesome. Yeah, so the old subscription talk, it's such an easy trap to fall into, so be careful, be wary, traveler. Here, you cannot travel alone. Take this, whatever this is. So just take it
It's
with.
dangerous to go along. If you're going to do quotes from video games, at least get it right.
I'm sorry. Gosh, it's been a while since I've played it. Leave me alone, okay? Speaking of sales, do I have a sale for you, brother man? Brother Tedder, since you're new to the PC gaming world, and for all of you in the community that are PC gamers, I'm sure you've seen it already, but Steam is having their annual spring sale, where they have up to 75% off, and yes, I am reading from the website, from a lot of Sega and Atlas stuff. So, like, if you're Persona fans, Sonic fans, Warhammer fans, or Yakuza fans, I mean, you can find a ton of titles that are on sale, discounted pretty deeply, including Baldur's Gate 3. Jarrett just bought that for like what, $45 just a little while ago.
$45.
God, get it. Just stop thinking about it. Just get it.
I did. I got one of my gift cards from Christmas, and I spent that.
See, what more do you need? And I will say this about Steam. And Steam probably, in my opinion, has probably the best sales for video games ever. Like, and they have major sales like spring sales. They have usually at the beginning of the year sales, Black Friday sales, and it's banana nut muffin on a Sunday morning. Just how much money you can save. I think I've bought. It's been several years back now. I bought like all the Fallout games up to Fallout 3, and like 3 or 4 other games for like less than $20 altogether. Like, that's how wild of a sale that you get stuff that's crazy discounted, 50-75% off.
Yep.
And it's just nuts, dude. Like,
here's Fallout New Vegas right here for 99 cents.
Is it really for 99 cents? I mean, It's nuts. So if you're a PC gamer and you do not have Steam, I cannot recommend Steam enough. I haven't gamed on Steam in a while because I have other things that I game on, but like I every once in a blue moon when a Steam sale pops up, I'll just go and peruse and I'll see, man, Baldur's Gate 3 is down $20 from its usual $69 price tag. I should probably get this. And, because in other platforms like PS5, they have good sales too. Don't get me wrong. Other consoles have amazing sales, but for as deeply discounted as some of this stuff is, it's hard to beat Steam. So take some time out, go and check out their Steam sale, and load up, fill out that library. I think it's worth it.
Yep, the entire Fallout collection is $52. That includes all the way from Fallout 3, all the expansions, DLCs, all the way to Fallout 76.
That's nothing else needs to be said. Go and get all of the Fallout stuff. And yeah, so Steam is a must-have if you're a PC gamer for sure. Yeah, so the last thing I got for you is, man, I love our Nintendo Switch too.
Yep.
It just
You're gonna have to get some Poketopia. Pokopia.
Yeah, I think.
Pokopia.
Are you okay? Are you glitching?
Pika puka tika puka puka.
I don't know what that is.
It's so hard. It's so hard to say it.
Yeah, Pokopia is definitely one that I really want to get right now, and everybody's just loving on that game. So I'm really excited.
We got it for Ellen this Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and she has not stopped playing it.
You haven't even seen.
Yeah, as I'm passing her, I look up and she's already on to the next thing. So I'm like, okay, well, there we go. So anyway, yeah. It's worth it if you're into the Pokemon and you're into whatever that building game is that nobody plays anymore because it's outdated.
Oh, Minecraft / Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it. It looks so fun. It checks every box for me. But I love this Switch too, and the little bit that I've had the opportunity to play, it just looks so good. It looks so good. It's so and I love our Switch, but the Switch 2 is such a major improvement over its predecessor in every way. But yeah, interesting last quick bit of news is that Nintendo said that the digital game price and the physical game price are going to start being different. So their physical cards are going to be $70, and their digital game cards will be about $60.
Which I'm not upset about now that they fixed the whole digital the cards. It used to be a just awful experience, and now it's pretty easy with the virtual cards. So I'm okay with virtual now. Used to be awful, couldn't stand it, widely hated it. Now I'm okay with it. So
yeah, and so I don't know, I kind of have a weird feeling with that because I'm all and I say that, but I download the PS Plus games and the free Epic Store games that become free. So I have a lot of digital games, but my preferred method of having this media is physical. Did you lose me again?
There we go.
So I'll just repeat.
We're good. It's okay. Man, it's in and out.
Okay, so but yeah, my preferred method of collecting this media is having the physical game cards. Did you lose me again? Did you lose me again?
It's just so choppy. It's like the internet decided to stop being effective.
Perfect. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this up here real quick. If I can I'm gonna try this again. So I was saying, my preferred media for collecting this is to have the physical game cards and having the physical discs. I have loved collecting the physical media itself. Of course, I can't live in the clouds forever. It's eventually going to be digital, but there's the whole discussion and topic of digital games and do you really own digital games and things like that. So, I kind of see where it's coming from and the reasoning for the differing prices. And it's a way to kind of, edge people more into purchasing digital hardware or digital media. So, I can't blame them for it. So, but there it is. I thought that was worth noting today since we were discussing a lot of price points and other things. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I see you got little ones, so I guess it's about that time.
Yeah, he woke up. He woke up from his sleep after his bottle, and he's just being fussy. But he's just being a fussy pants, and he was trying to wait, but he's too short.
All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay.
Thanks out for hanging out with us on today's episode of Gaming Daddies. Don't forget, you can catch the audio version of the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And if you want the full video version, head over to youtube.com/@GamingDaddies and join the fun. Actually, it's at Gaming Daddies Podcast. No wonder nobody can join us because we got the wrong link on there.
What are we doing here?
If you'd like to support the show and help us take it to the next level, consider joining our Patreon, another subscription service. Join as little as $5 a month. You cannot get Netflix for $5 a month at patreon.com/gamingdays. Big shout out to our amazing supporters, Sean Donahue. You truly have shown us the way. You keep us going, and we can't do it without you. Until next time, this has been Gaming Daddies, and we'll see you in the game.
Suck on that Game Pass Ultimate.
Stories flow from new mistakes to the final blow. Life got busy, but we stayed in game. Now we talking fire.